Here we go, we are back again for another warm-up show directly from the Sunshine State, the Co-O's Cold Friendship. And we have to go all the way to the north in Ontario to find the Co-O's, another Co-O's of the Co-O's. He make another Co-O's, but at the end of the day, it's a warm-up show and we call it like that. And we have to welcome Mr. ENORTAP and the house.
Hello, Coach, and happy Thursday to all of Hockey Nation. Thank you for joining us.
The man is in the house, in the Rocket rock and roll. 8 game on the program tonight, Mr. ENORTAP. Very interesting couple of games. Minnesota, Toronto is going to be very interesting. Nashville hosts the Dallas Star. That's a good one over there. The Washington Capitals with Tom Wilson versus the New York Rangers and Ryan Reeves. Is going to be a lot of action over there. It's going to be like that all night long and go from there. Sometimes when you expect this, nothing happens. But it will be interesting. They are really the big game of the night, honestly. New York Canada visits San Jose Sharks are nothing really special over there. The King are back on the ice, I believe, tonight. Otherwise, it's going to be interesting. We're going to do the game tonight, Toronto, Minnesota. That's what we're going to do tonight. That's what the live stream play by Gray will be back at 7 o'clock tonight. That's where we are on the program. So tonight we're going to go a QA with the people in the chat. If you have some questions to ask us, we're going to answer to them. And we're going to start about 5:30 tonight to spend our tap to cover the 8 game, the fantasy. And at the end, you're going to tell us what you're going to looking for. That's, of course, the conclude the show today. We have a few people already coming directly from Finland. Already in the house. He missed the lunch break show. He was playing tennis.
Very good.
Do you think he played tennis outside or inside?
Outside.
Outside?
Oh, wait. We're talking Finland, right?
Yeah.
Inside.
That was the question. I was trying to trick you.
Yeah, you did.
Exactly. Mr. Valio in the house. Oh, show for you and good for him.
Welcome, Vallejo.
Welcome aboard. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Vallejo. Outside in Finland, he was laughing about that. And directly from Utah, I'm sure he played tennis also inside, but he goes ski outside. That's what he does. Never do ski inside. It'll be interesting to see that. That's another subject. Mr. Ron with Kings 20 in the house.
Hello, Ron. Welcome.
You are awesome.
Yes, she is. Yes, she's back. Yes, she's coming to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs. Miss Kelly in the house.
Hello, Kelly.
And a number of friends of the Boston Babies. Mr. Russ Stab Bington in the house.
Hello, Russ.
Usually we have Mancho Man. Now we have Mitch Man in the house.
Welcome, Mitch.
We have to welcome Mitch Man because I believe it's the first time he's in the house tonight. I don't see at the same. If he show up, I did not remember. If it's not first time, it's okay. But we welcome you in the Hockey Nation live show. And thanks for joining us. Hopefully you're going to subscribe and click on the likes. That'd be awesome. And you can stay with us, Mr. Mitch. At the middle of the show, we do the prediction of the game tonight. And you have the name can be at the bottom at the bottom here, and you can talk about you maybe win the prediction of the night. Coach, I have to be honest, I have 4-1. I pick Arizona. We have to verification again.
Thank you for the honesty. Yes.
Thanks for initiation.
I think she's right, if I recall.
Honestly, you took Los Angeles King, but maybe you want to take Arizona, but you have 3-2 on the King side, Miss Kelly. But if you take it that 3-2, I would love you. I would like that because now I'm winning the I'm winning the most goals. But anyway, I have the Kelly on the King side on my hands. So it's all good. No worry about that. Run with Minnesota Toronto was a hot pick. It was not going to be easy. Minnesota Toronto, I agree with you. Talking about Mr. directly from the Little Perro, he will return with us tonight. Speed recovery, Mr. Richard Mullen and the house.
Welcome, Richard.
He said it's very awful outside weather in Finland right now. It's much more water on the road. And talking about the Sherbrooke dans la belle province de Québec, Nicolas de Goubi-Bono. Salut.
Hey, Nicolas. Welcome.
And directly from somewhere around the world, he is back with us, number one fans in the chat of the New York Islanders. But he also likes the Montreal Canadiens, so we like him a lot. Mr. THG, Week 50, Carl and the house.
Hello, and welcome.
From Colorado, Denver, Colorado. Mr. Steve G in the house tonight.
Hello, Steve.
Here we go. Mr. Jose Duarte, directly from New York, is in the house. Thank you so much to be part of the show tonight. Kelly said, yeah, I took a trip to Arizona. That's all right, not big deal. We're going to make some verification after that. And directly from the scout from the belle province de Québec, Mr. Alexis Dubuc is in the house.
Alexis, welcome.
Oh, Mitch, he come on the Bruins fan. Yeah, you maybe come the night. It's rare I see you during the day, Mitch. That's maybe the reason why about that. But thanks to let us know and how you watch the hockey free. It's www.sports with a S, sportrp.com. That's where you can watch the game over there. And Mr. Yamo Vertanen in the house.
Yamo, welcome.
And Yamo, if you want to play tennis, you can ask a video play tennis. So you can have a partner, and you can hit the ball, and he can return the ball to you. Like me and ENORTAP, we do this. You know, we talk, and we go, we're back, and forth, here we go. That's what we do. Here we go. Kelly, I did not have the screenshot. That's all right, Kelly, not the problem. We trust you. We believe on you. And thank you to be that. Live ce soir, oui, Alexis de Toronto Maple Leaf. You welcome Jose. It's a skating rink in Little Perro. Little Perro, it's a skating rink. Little Perro. Et voilà, I'm just being honest. Not a problem about that. We have Mr. Darren Adam 331 in the house. Welcome aboard.
Welcome, Darren.
And he said, how long Anderson will be out? The only rumor that when you have a day off, Mr. ENORTAP in Montreal, it's very hard to get some news about the situation, honestly. Not other the fact is the day-to-day at that moment. So when they are back tomorrow morning, we're going to hear what's going on with Josh Anderson.
We hope. I mean, to me, it looked like the puck hit mostly the helmet. So if that's the case, he may be okay. But you never know how concussions can affect somebody. They might be okay today, and then tomorrow there's symptoms, right?
Yeah, it'll be longer for Biro.
True.
That's what would be the key about that. Yamo said he played like Andre Agassi. No, he played like Happy Gilmore. Play golf. Yeah, me too.
That's pretty good.
Me too. So that would be the question about that. Who do you think will win, the Bruins or the Crackhead tonight? I think the Bruins tonight are going to make that possible with Brett Marchand back in the house. Mitch, you are going to be great about that. About that. I have an awful username I created when I was 7th grade. I'm now 22, so I can call me Edo Johnny, a nickname that some people call me for some reason, or my real name is Larkin. So his nickname Larkin is not fun, and then his name, you can call him Johnny, but also you can call him Larkin.
There's a skit here, you know. You could call me Johnny, or you could call me John.
Welcome back, Johnny Larkin.
That's the best.
That's the best way to get there. Thank you so much about that. Hohenson today on Florida. Goal. I feel many goals will come. That's a surprise.
In the Florida game, yeah. I don't know.
Do you believe in our tap? Yamo is going to draft him in the fantasy hockey, and maybe release Montembeault.
I think he already picked up Montembeault, no?
Yeah, but now because now Juanson in the net tonight, he's going to draft him right away. And he's going to release Montembeault.
Well, he does have 7 picks, so he might as well.
I think he's the only one. He have 19 goaltender under his lineup.
Well, he's smart. He's smart. It's good to have goaltenders.
I don't know how he works, but the one thing he knows something works in that league because he is the first position at that league. So he's doing a good job about that one over there. Talking about first position, I'm talking about the leader of the league of the fantasy hockey. Mr. ENORTAP, we have to go there because we have to congratulate a lot of people in the house tonight. So let's see what's happening there. And here we go. The winner of the day. The best record is too many. The right score, Steve G. Kelly, now you drop because you have only one. And Coach, you have 2 also. And then the fantasy, Dixon and Roger L are the winner of the fantasy. So here we go. One more time. One more time. Here we go. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much for the pick of the day. We have also the Coach ENORTAP, Ron Kings 20, Ross P. Martin, and Dixon it's a Bo-Nobby. No, it's a nobody. So it's no, but it's a Bo-Buddy Nerfek. Try to get this very well. Kelly, now you dropped a 4-1. I'm sorry about that. Danny D and Rich Martin are 5-0 last night. Kobe Bula, Steve G, Roger L, 4-1. And then you know the rest at the bottom of the screen, so you can see how I have a good night last night. You can be not very congratulations, but honestly, Mr. ENORTAP, it was not big surprise last night on the prediction. Everybody was supposed to win, honestly. No upset, right?
Right. They all listened to me. It was 5.
So that's what happened about that one over there. We have a few people talking a little bit about that. First of all, Mr. Renault back in the house today.
Oh my God!
He's back in the house.
Hello, Renault.
He asked this question: is the Kraken offensive output been a disappointment so far?
I wouldn't say it was a disappointment. I think they anticipated that they weren't going to have a great offensive-minded team. That's why they drafted, some big, tall, strong, defensive-minded defenders so that they can at least be in those close games and hopefully capitalize. But I don't think it's a surprise. We all anticipated that they wouldn't score much.
Kelly, she don't know what to do. She loved the both team.
Okay. That's why you have Coach and I.
She's last to pick it up. What do you do when you don't know which one to pick in a top? What you make that pick versus the other team one is 50-50?
You got to go with your gut at that point.
Yep. I agree with that. Renaud asking you, will the Rat be out tonight?
Yes, he's finally coming back from a 6-game suspension. So hopefully he behaves.
Jose asked you this question in a tab. Coach, do you Toronto would pick up J.D. Miller? A lot of rumor flying.
I don't think so. I think they're looking more defensive help, especially now that they put who they just put on the LTR. Muzzin, that's it. Yeah. So
Columbus Blue Jackets 8-2 in the last 10 games, so they could upset the Panthers tonight.
Columbus 8-2 in the last 2. I don't think they will. No.
The bad news for Columbus Blue Jackets is the Panthers lost the last game at home.
And I think they're upset about it.
They are really upset about that. So the upset,
Now,
they could
the
upset.
the only thing that could figure in is we're still not 100% confirmed who's in net for Florida. Because if it's Spencer Knight, I worry a little bit
No,
more.
Spencer Knight is at Charlotte, an American Hockey League.
Oh, okay. All right. So then it's Bobrovsky.
It's going to be Johansson.
Oh, wow. In that case,
It's not changed anything in our tap. It's Berube to another site.
yeah.
So for me,
for
it's not a
sure.
big deal about that one there. Here we go. Johnny Larkin asks you this question, Mr. Alice Moitman. No team does not really have any offensive talent at all. He talk about the Seattle Kraken, about that. It's better to see Johnny Larkin at TH. What's difficult for me to say? TH. I like Johnny Larkin. Yamo, this is true. I make many trades and I have to take a risk because I did not pick any good goalie at start. Yes, I agree with you. The problem, Mr. ENORTAP, is like the ESPN changed everything after the last game, right?
Right.
And you and me, we already sleep. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Him, he's awake already. It's 7 o'clock already. It's 9 o'clock. So he pick everybody before people wake up. He's already pick up everybody on the fantasy. We should penalize him because of that.
Yarmo, I'll trade you a goalie. Make me an offer.
That's why I'm moving and tail end so I can pick the ESPN before everybody in the morning. I'm
That's
going
a
to be
good reason.
before Yamo for a couple of hours. So Yamo, you'll be done next year. I'm going to pick before you about that one though there. Maple Leaf next to my name, Coach. Oh no, it's because you went with Kelly and I put I put Kelly her logo. I could not put two logo at the same time, so that's the reason why. But now we heard Steve, she lost, so that's what happened about that. Coach need oxygen after 5 seconds of dance a lot. That's why I put only 20 seconds because if not, I would be dead.
That's only me.
Mr. Johnny said, will abs... no, I'm sorry about that. Mr. Johnny said, I'm terrible at predicting stuff. I leave that stuff to the professional. Nobody's professional here, Johnny. You take a risk, and the only thing can happen, you lose like we do all the time. So don't worry about that. Yes, Martian is back. Some yellow. He's back in the house, Mr. Johnny Golden. Here we go. Will Abs announce a trade in the next 48 hours and 2 hours?
Very interesting. It's possible because I think teams are starting to look at the fact that this year the trade deadline's a little bit later than in previous years. And so it takes a while for players that go to a new team to get sort of acclimatized to that team and the players there in the system. So it's very possible that they might want to make trades a little bit quicker. So it's possible, yeah, to answer your question.
Steve G, the rat return part number 7, about that one over there. Marchand is back, tell this friend. Mr. Sander Ice returned with us tonight. Welcome aboard, Mr. Andrew.
Hello, Andrew. Welcome, Andrew.
Zuccarello is day-to-day. He may be a key player about that. And the Boston Bruins fans love the rat, Mr. Marchand, number 63. And giving out the never guess what in the 11 year one, I expect more from the Kraken.
Oh, you can't, Renaud, you can't compare the two. Different experiences, different years, different players, and I think even a lot of the teams this year or last year were very wise to who to protect on their list. So there wasn't that opportunity to take advantage like they did Vegas.
Yamo said Walensky is out. Bad news for Columbus Blue Jacket. I agree with you about that one, Yamo, tonight. He's out. Richard said one is 50-50. I flip a coin.
Exactly.
Columbus also has an injury to a key players. Renault is confirmed. And directly from Texas, everything is big over there. The cookies are big also. And the Hooters restaurant are the biggest Hooters in the world. And that is Mr. Jose Laham in the house.
Oh boy. Hi, Joseph.
I didn't mention what is big inside the restaurant. I say it's the biggest restaurant. About that one
I don't think you left much to the imagination.
I love the wings over there, Mr. Yeah, Mr.
Sure.
About that one over there. I can't wait to go to Thailand. They open up a new Hooters in Thailand, and Pattaya, and they have the horse, the bull. You sit on the bull, and now you shake the bull, and then you get out.
The mechanical.
I never
bull.
try it, so I maybe try this in Thailand. Or maybe put this on videos live directly for the Hockey Nation live show. I maybe
tried it.
I maybe go, if I go to Thailand, I'm going to do a live show directly from inside the Hooters over there, Mr. ENORTAP. So, it'll be very interesting about that. I wonder. Yamo confirmed Hohenson versus Berube. Panthers, Velo said, Panthers are definitely hungry tonight after Nashville loss. Coach, I think the Oilers' answer to his struggle is Skinner.
What's the question?
Hohenson will, I'm sorry about that because this was quicker. Coach, I think Oilers' answer is to his struggle is Skinner.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's possible. They might want to go that direction and just throw Skinner in. I mean, the way you have to look at it, I think, Coach, whether Edmonton makes it or not, like even if they make it, do you think they're getting out of that first round?
Yeah. Renaud, ask you this question.
You're not gonna. You don't.
No, I'm move up.
Okay.
What, you missed the question? No, you have a question for you.
Well, I was trying to answer it.
I know. I'm going to ask you again. Why does CH hire an Englishman for assistant GM if he rubs the province wrong way?
I believe he speaks French as well.
Well, the reason why is because he's already there since 2013,
And
I believe.
He's not gonna be in the public media too much.
Not at all.
He's really behind the scenes.
Not at all. About that one there. Mr. Humblebee is in the house.
Hello, Bumblebee.
Pierre Martin is in the house.
Pierre Martin, welcome.
Big news from Johnny. Said Josh Bailey may be benched today finally.
That would be interesting. I could see it.
I agree with you that what? Any thought about Owenson was on the Avalanche Farm Club team?
No, I don't know much.
But Owenson is a little bit another, a travel man, right? Come from Buffalo. He traveled a couple of teams. He went to Colorado. And now he again, so he went to Buffalo somewhere else.
Are we talking about Olofsson? Maybe Olofsson?
The goaltender.
Oh, the goaltender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he go straight from Buffalo to Colorado? And then Colorado, he went to Florida? I thought you have another team behind that one. It's not really
right,
Ottawa, no?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think it's Ottawa, Buffalo, Ottawa, and then to Colorado. Yeah,
Right.
About that. Not much save, unfortunately, not really there. Which team will be the most active between now and the trade deadline?
Oh, that's a good question, Richard. Oh, man. I don't know if there's going to be a flurry of activity. No pun intended there. But I think the key teams will make their one acquisition, whatever that is, through a trade. I think maybe Montreal might in terms of volume, right? But I think the key teams, they want to address just one major area, and so once they make that trade, that's it. I can't see like I can't see, for example, Colorado or Vegas making 2, 3, 4 trades. I don't see that. Or
Well, the key is this part, right? Is it the buyer or the seller, right? That would be the better
right,
not a better question, but
yeah,
I should ask this to you because if you're a seller, I really believe the Flyers could be the most busy team as a seller, with Montreal example, right? As a
yeah,
buyer, I don't see a team super elite to
no,
be to buy a lot, but a second team like Nashville possible, or maybe Edmonton,
Dallas,
or those kind. That the second one, to the Boston example, could pick up 2, 3 players during that trade. So that's what I was pointing with you. But it's a great question for Richard for sure about that.
yeah,
Joseph has Dallas pick up Marian Studenik off waiver from Devils. That's not very good about for them. Unfortunately, Studenik never been the player we expect. Maybe over there is going to open up. I think he's an offensive player also, and it will be interesting. That I like that pick, to be honest with you, Joseph, and also ENORTAP. Coach, if I have the choice, Dallas would be the team I would play for. What about you? What it would be if you have a choice? Which team you're going to play?
to play for. That's for me. That's easy. I'd want to play for Montreal.
So I'm not going to play for Montreal, but if it's for Hooters, I will go Dallas. But if I play, I will vote Monsieur for the Montreal Canadiens about that. Big, all the good things. Coach, in ENORTAP, who do you think would be the next big trade for Montreal?
The next to be traded for Montreal, I still got to believe it's Sherratt.
I cannot be more agree with that. ENORTAP Saloon need to order the mechanical bull for the bar. Yeah,
We'll
that's
put in a
something we're
request.
looking for right now. We try to figure out how we can put. Yeah, it's a very small bar, but now we're going to the tequila bar next week, so we have to figure out something else. Now we may be looking for more another kind of style of bowl in the bar. That's something like that. ENORTAP Saloon is a new to Blake Tavern on Sainte Catherine. Yep, that's something like that between other business. Johnny Logan said, apparently the Islanders are scouting the Columbus Blue Jays game. I wonder who the Islanders could be looking for a trade from either for those teams.
I mean, it's normal. I think that was Renault. It's normal for scouts to be at games, especially as
At
we
that
get
time of
closer
the
to the
year,
deadline.
yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, I wouldn't put too much stock into that. Obviously, they have somebody in mind, but sometimes they're just kicking tires and they need questions answered. They have to report back to GM about, and so they go watch a couple games.
Yep. We welcome Taco Navo in the house. Taco
Welcome, Taco.
Navo.
Hit the likes.
Russ asks you, who will the Bruins strive for, looking for, or they would like to get?
Oh my gosh. I gotta believe that they're probably going to look for a centerman, like either a second or third line centerman to fit their system. They're weak down the middle ever since Krejci left, so that would be the area I would look at. But I mean, we'll see. I think they're fine in net. I think their defense is solid. Their top line is great, but in the playoffs, you need that secondary scoring.
Yep. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. 19 people, only 14. Mr. Zep Lecab in the house.
Hi, Zeph.
Do you believe the King can be busy?
I don't know if they'll be very active. I could see them picking up. They might try to pick up a defenseman. I know there's been rumor that they're looking at also a possibility of bringing in Chikrin, but that's going to be hard to fit under I don't know. Do they have much cap space left, Coach? LA? Do you know?
So again?
Does LA have much cap space left right now?
Yes. Yep. Not much,
Okay,
but they still have a couple of trades they can do over there.
Yeah.
The key at Los Angeles, they have a lot of potential. So they have a lot of prospect and their farm. So they have, like,
That's right.
like Florida Panthers, they have the second level, everything on that. So I'll be surprised about that. Renaud, ask you, Coach, will Lehkonen and Sherrod get trade with the return setup says with prospect?
Yes. I think Sherrod will go for sure. Lehkonen might be part of a package. I'm hearing today a very interesting situation that could arise with Nashville. They're looking at Lehkonen. And really, if you stop to think about it, Lehkonen's the type of player that fits well into Nashville's situation or their system. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some truth to that rumor. But I think it even goes deeper than just Nashville wanting Lehkonen. I think it has to do with it also has to do, Coach, with the situation with Weber. Like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but if Shea Weber were to retire instead of going on the LTR, I believe that Nashville would be responsible to pick up, I think, close to $6 million of his remaining. I think it's 3 more years that he has on his contract, right? So that would be a steep penalty for Nashville. So I wouldn't be surprised if a deal with picking up Lehkonen and also, maybe getting relieved of Weber's contract in case he retires and getting a good return back. Like I would love to see that happen if Montreal can pick up 1 or 2 people from Nashville, either Askarov, their goalie. They speak very highly of him, the Russian goalie. Or I would love to see somebody like left defenseman David Ferentz, or even Ryan Ufko, who's a right defenseman. If one of those 2 can come back in the package and it relieves Nashville of Weber's contract, I think Montreal would have their number 1 or 2 defensemen.
So the key behind this is it's like you gave Weber back in Nashville, and because he retired as a Nashville Predator, he doesn't have. They don't get the penalty for the salary cap. So that's the key behind everything. If he retire as a member of the Montreal Canadiens, they have an agreement on the trade with Piquet Subban. If he's retired before the end of his contract, now they are penalized and they're going to back the salary back to the Nashville Predator. Because at that moment, the contract of Piquet, the Shea Weber was 12 years. He was the only one players has a contract of 12 years. Like if you remember, like Sutter, I believe he was another one, I believe. But so years. Otherwise, that's what the reason that was happening about that one there. So it would be interesting if we could go over there. The only problem is they cannot pick any player they have in the lineup over there. So they have to go with prospect, and they have to go with draft
picks. Yeah, and I think that would work out perfectly for Montreal. Like I said, if they can get somebody like Ferentz or Askarov, the goalie, like we've been debating over the last few days, what's happening with Montreal's goaltending situation. Is Price going to be here next year or not? Is Montalban going to be around? What happens to Allen? Well, I'll tell you, if you get Askarov, you have your goalie for the future, and he's a great one.
Yep. Welcome, Mr. GB. Thanks for joining us. Guys, don't forget to click on the likes. 22 people, only 17 likes. That'd be great. The only thing we ask you is to click on the like if you don't mind. We have a lot of people ask a question. We have to hurry up with the question. So let's go Anaheim. Fleury trade where? Only one team.
I'm going to go off the grid and say Toronto.
Renaud said Jake Haven is passed over the Dauphin in the chat. Yes or no?
Yes.
Do you believe Giro closer to go to Philly, the New York Rangers, or the Boston Bruins?
New York Rangers.
Do you believe Alexander Tessier for the Columbus Blue Jacket, he play at the level he play right now, is a full rest, you expect the play he play right now, or he reach his full expectation on that?
No, I think he still has a ceiling. Yeah.
Montreal last 5 game at 3-2, 2.22, save percentage 9.34. Oilers need a goalie desperately. If they need one, who get there?
I don't think it'll be I don't think if they can't get Fleury, they're not going to do anything.
Yamo, I maybe forget your name, but I don't know why. But you're 5-0, by the way, Yamo. I just verify. Antoine Martel, welcome aboard. Coach Lee want Julie Miller down. How they could get him coach? He doesn't do many players making a lot of money, and they get that. Explain to Daryl how they can get that kind of players quickly, Mr. ENORTAP. 30 seconds.
Yeah, coaching is on TJ Miller. Don't know
how they can fit a player with into the salary cap Toronto with many people they have.
Well, having put Muzzin on LTR, that creates a little bit of space right there, but he's going to return, so that's still problematic. I think you have to involve either a third team or you have some major contract going the opposite way. But I think the third team would be the best option that can absorb the contract, and Vancouver retains some of that.
Yep, Pierre Martin, absolutely right. People should click on the line. That'd be great. Mr. Roger L. and the house.
Hey, hello, Roger.
Mr. Yamo, you can see your name now. You can screenshot your phone now because your name is right there at 5-0. So congratulations. I got junior number 1 to play in Canada. You're right, JB. Never thought about this. Absolutely right. Honestly, guys, I don't see Miller leave them about that. Lee should get Avier for playoff trade. Ekvall, Hall, or Clifford for Islanders, Martin, and Clutterbuck. Yes or no?
Heavier for absolutely. But I think more so on defense than forward. I think that's where the area of concern is.
I'll be honest with you. You talk about Alexandre Tessier, Zev Lecab. Maybe I know in our time you don't have enough time to read this. Zev Lecab, I believe Tessier, he cannot play with a team focusing only on the forechecking or defensive zone. I would see Alexandre Tessier, I could be wrong, with at least one team, Colorado or Edmonton. A team is really based on the offensive side. I feel like Tessier would be more better at a team like that, at a team like Montreal before or Islanders defensive zone. Like Florida, it could be another thing. I could be wrong, but when I read your comments, Zeph, that's what I'm thinking about that one over there. Man-to-man, Finland produces better hockey player, but Canada has the more kid overall player playing. Yes or no? Yes, true or not?
False.
You're wrong. He's right. At the ratio of the players and around the world, the Finland produces more better hockey player in NHL because you have about, 2 million people in Florida and Canada, and you have only 500,000 players in Finland, example, and they produce more players in NHL. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if you're looking at ratio.
Yeah. It was not compared Canada-Finland, by the way. And Dixon is back in the house. Number 37, Bergeron, 37 years old, for 3.7 salary as the Abs, GB said. Muzzin won't be back for the playoff. I don't know about this. Felix Lashon, so in the house.
He should be back.
Do you believe the Montreal win against Ottawa?
They have a good chance, yes.
Mr. William Sheffield in the house.
Hi, William.
And then we have one more to go. It's going to be Johnny Logan. For the Islanders, what do you think is the most valuable, attainable for the player that could be moved? Sadly, I think at the absolute best, I think we can only get one second round is Parisi.
I don't think they're looking to pick up any players. I think they've realized that this year's a write-off. I think they're more of sellers, if anything, and then anything that they want to bring in will probably be done over the summer.
The best way I can answer to him is like you check on your team who are the UFA. So that's the first thing about that. So you have Parise, maybe another one, or said 2, 3. Then you look about that, like Sherry could be Shara could be another one over there, or the end of the contract in our tab. That's the one you can let it go over there. I wouldn't be surprised if Valamov goes somewhere also. But what they have, unfortunately, in our tab is they don't have enough players to get something back. If they trade a Bouvillier or a Pajot or a Barzal or something like that, right? So that's because after that you have to go with Bailey. Bailey or Lee are over 30 years old. If you trade Brooke Nelson, you make a mistake. On the defense, they have the two really solid. Now the only way I would say to Johnny Logan in our tap is Manfield. So Manfield could be someone you can get something better in return.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
So, Mr. Inotap, you don't drop the puck today.
That's okay. That's good.
So we have to go straight to the shoot right now because we are behind a little bit because we like to talk and we like to talk in our tap. Also, we like to answer to the people. Questions.
Yeah.
So absolutely. That's what happening about that. And also, William, our son, not a problem, buddy. Enjoy your camp. In our tap, also we skip. Who are they? So right there, we're going to jump right away where we need people waiting for the prediction. That's what we're looking for. Guys, don't forget to click on the likes and also give us your prediction. And we're going to go the next time tomorrow, Mr. Inotap. Who are they? The problem you have, Mr. Inotap, follow my template because I changed it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. By the way, Mr. Inotap, like Kelly and like Elmo, you make a mistake. I should have one more point on my fantasy hockey, but it's okay. I will get it.
Why?
Because you took Connor, and I took. If you remember last night when I did the show, I took Lestegag.
Oh, maybe did I give Connor 2 points?
Yeah, you gave me only 1 point for Connor.
And
Lestegag have to go.
I gave Landeskog 2 points.
I count 9. I count 10. Me, but
you got 2 for Colorado, 1 for Makar, 2 for Landeskog, 2 for McDavid, and 2 for Kucherov.
And then I have another.
And you had Hedman, but he didn't get any points.
The only one I don't have no point was Edmund.
Yeah, so you got 9. It's okay, Coach.
That's all right.
You'll catch it tonight.
I try hard.
No problem. You're getting closer.
Yes, I'm getting closer.
That's okay. Then I get to pick first again, so that'll be good. Okay, so we're gonna start.
Here you go. You can start now.
Okay, so what do we have as the first game here on your template? Okay, New Jersey and Pittsburgh. Well, both teams are well rested going into tonight's matchup. Pittsburgh has had a 3-day rest and has only played 1 game in the last 6 days, while New Jersey's been off since since Valentine's Day, if I'm not mistaken. The Penguins are looking to break a 2-game losing streak. The losses came at the hands, I believe, the Leafs and I think also Carolina right after them. So entering the team's 4th and final meeting of the season, Pittsburgh right now holds a 2-1 edge, including a 4-2 win that was back February 13th. The Devils are dealing with extra long layoff. The Devils use the time to sort of mix practices and also have some rest days with some of their injured players. But we all know that those things are not the same as actual game situations. They've lost 2 in a row themselves, and really sit in last place now in the Metro. So I'm going to take Pittsburgh as the favorites here with a score of 4-2, Coach.
I don't know why I give you 3-1. It's the next game, but
okay. 4-2, yeah.
it's 3-1 or 4-2?
No, I have Pittsburgh 4-2.
All right.
Okay.
That's
All right.
why I like.
Next,
I can do what I want here.
of course, it's your show.
I shun the name. I shun everything, so it's a good game to do that.
All right. Next game, who do we have here? We have Minnesota and Toronto. Well, here we got two teams that are currently experiencing slumps at this time of the year. The Wild realized the importance of a strong start from the last time that they played. I think it was the Leafs and also the Senators right after them. They fall behind, and then it's very difficult to try to dictate your play on, or impose your style on the other team when you have to look at trying to get caught up back into the game. As a matter of fact, I know yesterday we were talking about it in the chat, and I did a little bit of research, and the team that scores the first goal ends up winning almost 66% of the game. So that just shows you the relevance, and that number goes up higher, I think, to 68.5 if they're playing at home as well. So it shows you the relevance and the importance of trying to get that first goal right out of the gate. As for the Leafs, they've lost 5 out of their past 7 games, and really their biggest nemesis has been the defense. Now with Jake Muzzin in concussion protocol, and he's out and been put on the long-term injury. We're going to see Lyubushkin, who just got traded, make his debut. Actually, he played the last game, but he's going to be a more constant staple there in the next few games. Anyways, Matthews took a career high 11 shots on net on Tuesday in recording his 4th game this season with 3 or more points as a Leaf, and he's really been the hot hand for them. While Zuccarello is been the leader for the Wild, in my eyes, he's had 17 goals, 35 assists this year. He was on a 5-game points streak as well. And he's recorded, I think it's 11 multi-point outings in the past 14 games, and he's got 30 points in the past 18 games. So I know we look at Kaprizov a lot of times, and he is great, but I think Zuccarello is kind of the key to that team. The last game, the Wild defeated the Leafs 4-3 in early December. It was in a shootout. I don't think this will be much different. I'm going to take Minnesota to win this one 4-2.
What's the score?
4-2, Minnesota.
Here we go.
Okay. And next we have, who do we got here? Columbus and Florida. So the Florida Panthers, who are obviously playing at home tonight against Columbus, are coming off of their first home loss since I think it was early December, or maybe mid-December. They're now 23-4 at home, which is still a fantastic record. I think they played a very hungry Nashville team the other night, and they just lost it in the third period a little bit. Otherwise, they were ahead the entire game, really. For the Panthers, we talk about it all the time. Huberdeau is having a great year. He's up to 72 points and 55 assists. He has an active 8-game point streak going with 1 goal and 13 assists during that span. Reinhart is also another hot hand for them. He's got a 7-game point streak going. Bobrovsky's had to take a lot of the load lately for Florida, and he really hasn't disappointed. I know the last game was a bit of a one-off for him, but he's really been quite stellar in the games that he's been in there, and he has a great record to show. Meanwhile, Columbus it's also hot like they've gone now. They've won 6 out of their last 7 games, including a current 3-game winning streak, and a lot of that is due to, the hot hand of Patrick Laney. He's really come on strong in the last few games. Like he's extended his point streak now to 10 games, and in that time he's got 12 goals and 8 assists. If he can continue like that, and you also got Boone Jenner that's contributed as well, and Voracek, like their offense will be fine. They've been scoring plenty of late because of that. In their past 10 games, they're averaging 4.5 goals per contest, and they're 8-2 during that span. So, you know what? This has the making of maybe a higher scoring game, but I think Florida is going to be a little bit upset at the fact that they lost at home last game. They want to make sure that they're not going to lose at home again, and B, they want to jump out right ahead. So I'm going to take Florida to win this one 6-2.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes, David. Thank you. Great pick, Barkov and Laney. I like it. Go ahead.
Okay, next is Washington and the Rangers. Well, winners of their past 5 road games, the Capitals are going to look to continue the streak when they visit the Rangers tonight in a battle of Metropolitan Division rivals. A victory would tie the Capitals' 3rd longest road winning streak in franchise history. Washington has 36 points and a 16-5-4 record on the road this year. Only Carolina and Pittsburgh actually have more points away from home. However, their success on the road has coincided sort of with an ugly stretch on home ice. Like they're 0-5-0 in their last 5 home games. So that's something that they obviously want to try to correct sooner than later. The Rangers tonight, I think what they've tried to do since, like they mixed up their lines a little bit. I think Gallant has tried a few different things to get a little bit more balance in their attack. They put forward Capocaco, who's still injured, and he's out of the equation. So their top line now of Kreider, Zibanejad, and Lafreniere remains unchanged. But the other 3 lines, he's been shuffling around to try to get, some good chemistry between some other players to see if they can get some secondary scoring. They have an excellent power play. They've gone 12 for 29 with the extra attacker over the last 10 games. So Washington's going to have to be very careful tonight not to get into penalties. I think that the special teams will determine tonight's game, but I'm going to take the Rangers to win this one 3-1, Coach.
Here we go.
Okay, next we have Dallas and Nashville. Well, as we know, it's a big night for Pecorini. They're going to retire his number 35 up to the rafters in this game in Nashville, making him actually the first player in franchise history to receive that honor, and it's an honor indeed. He played his entire 15-year career with Nashville, and really has just about every active team record for goaltenders in Nashville. Nashville hopes to add to the memorable night 2 points tonight, but the way I see it, it's going to be tough for them, because when you have these kind of emotional nights where you're retiring a number, the players tend to come out a lot earlier onto the ice, and it's going to take about an hour for the whole ceremony to go on. Meanwhile, the other team, is sort of not involved as much, and so there's a lot of pressure there. I find, so I don't know. I think Dallas came off of a very big win last night when they scored in overtime, and won that game 3-2 against the Jets. And lately they've been getting a lot more of a boost from their secondary scorers like Tyler Sagan and Jamie Benn. Even Gurianov has contributed. So they've been 6-4 in their last 10 games since coming out of the break. I think Dallas has the hot hand here, and I think the break might affect Nashville. So I'm going to go with uh, Dallas to win this game, Coach, 3-2.
All right. Johnny Larkin, can you give me again the game between Rangers and the Washington? I don't think so. I got it. I apologize if I miss it.
Okay, next we have Calgary and Vancouver going. The Flames and Elias Lindholm will both attempt to set franchise records tonight when they travel to Vancouver. Calgary has won 10 in a row, tying the team mark. The Flames have done it with really a solid, stifling defense. They've allowed a league low 114 goals, and they've outscored its opponents 42-15 during that streak of 10 games, allowing 2 goals, I think, just once in that streak, which is phenomenal. Lindholm has scored a goal in 8 straight games to tie the team mark that was set up that's currently owned by Kent Nielsen, the Magic Man, if you remember him, and Gary Roberts as well. And of course, Markstrom has been Markstrom all year long. He's had a great year, so he's looking to continue with that tonight. Vancouver, they bounced back from an ugly 7-4 loss to Anaheim on Saturday with that 5-2 victory over Seattle. And they were much better in their efforts and their team effort. Boudreau, he's been quoted as saying they're well aware of the challenge that they have ahead of them in terms of trying to make the playoffs, but more importantly, they have one of the hottest teams in the league to contend with tonight. So it's going to be an uphill battle. I think Vancouver will put in a very good effort, but in the end, I'm going to take Calgary to win this game. I'm going to go with 2-1, Coach.
2-1. Awesome. We welcome a few people. NHL hockey, welcome back, Mr. NHL. Robert the Bruce announced today is going to be the end for Calgary tonight.
It's possible. It's possible. We'll see.
Yeah.
And what do we have next? Boston and Seattle, of course. The Bruins, well, we already talked about it. Brad Marchand's back in the lineup. He was suspended for the 6 games by the NHL for punching and high-sticking Trishan Jarry back in February the 8th. The lead, he leads the league, the Bruins, with a total of 28 assists and is tied with Pasternak for the team lead in points at 49. He's definitely a critical piece to the puzzle for Boston. They can ill afford to have him, Pasternak, or Bergeron out of the lineup. And for a while, they were playing without 2 of those guys. Boston as well has kind of mixed up its lines a bit. It's found a little bit of success with Trent Frederick, with Charlie Coyle. The nice chemistry between the two, and they've kind of contributed over the last few games. However, they ran into they had a great game, I should say, against Colorado when they defeated them 5-1 on Monday. The Kraken look to end a 5-game losing streak, coming off of a 5-2 loss to the Islanders recently. As a team, Grubauer has not played up to par for Seattle in my eyes. He has a record on the season of 12 wins with 22 losses and goals against of 318. Winning percentages or save percentages is just 887, which is not good enough, and that's why they're in the situation that they are. I know there's a lot more to it than just the goaltender, but I'm going to take the Bruins to win this one 5-2.
Welcome, Mr. Jacob Love THP. I don't know you talk about THP. THP is a hockey academy, academy hockey. But if it's you are THP, say hi, Mr. Jacob. All right.
Okay, and our final game. Well, tonight, Chara is going to add to his resume the simplest and most impressive measure of his longevity. Chara is in line to break the NHL record for most games played by a defenseman when the Islanders visit San Jose for the first time in more than 2 years. Both teams were off Wednesday after playing on the road Tuesday. The Islanders began a 5-game road trip by beating Seattle 5-2, and the Sharks suffered their 7th straight loss at the hands of the Ducks in a shootout by a score of 4-3. San Jose, we know where both these two teams are, I think, inconsequential to the playoff race. That's a given, especially where they are in the standings right now. But I'm going to take in this game. I think San Jose is at home, so I'm going to go with them to win 3-1.
Jacob, how it's going to fit the rest of the season, Jacob? A little bit no, but
I hope not.
Yeah. I have to go. Have a great night. Not a problem. Thank you so much about that. And you said San Jose 3-1?
3-1, yeah.
I took Islanders tonight.
Okay.
So maybe we have two different team tonight. All right, fantasy hockey. Let's do that. We have a drop at 10 now, Mr. ENORTAP. That's the most closest one for the last 1 month at least. And tonight I go with Florida, Letank, Ekblad, Laney, Lankholm, and Barkov.
Great. And I'm going to go with Pittsburgh, and I'm going to take Spurgeon and Fox, and then Kaprizov, Marchand, and Huberdeau.
I got it. Thank you, Richard. Got it also. Still have a great night, Valeo. Thank you so much. Don't forget, guys, before you leave, you click on the likes. That'd be great. That we're helping us for sure. Mr. ENORTAP, where are you? We are here, back here. Look, we go also skip your breakaway tonight. So we're going to limit your time with us tonight that we get because we have to be back at 7 o'clock Montreal play. We have only 55 minutes. Can you go with Matthews tonight? The AM muffin tonight. Thank you so much, Jacob. I appreciate a lot. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the like. That'd be awesome. Quickly, right away, what are you looking for? 30 seconds.
The Washington New York Ranger game should be very interesting, as the Dallas and Nashville for me.
I look forward to see you a little bit later, Mr. ENORTAP. Always a pleasure to working with you. Always great insight. Thanks everybody in the chat for all the predictions. We wish the good luck for everybody. Don't forget, guys, we are back at 7 o'clock for the live stream play-by-play with the hockey coach guru, Coach Frenchy, for the Hockey Nation show. But before we leave, we want to remind everybody, Mr. ENORTAP, you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks
you.
again for watching another warm-up show with the Hockey Coach Joel Conferency and Mr. ENORTAP. We wish you an amazing, great night. But before we leave, we want to remind you, be well, be healthy, and find a way not only to dominate your day today, find a way to dominate your 2022. Have an amazing, great night, everybody. See ya.
Bye, Coach.
I need to open my eyes.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Jose. Kelly, Pierre Martin, Billy O, Yamo, Richard, Johnny Logan, Pierre Martin, John Gregor, Joseph Laham, Steve G. Thank you, everybody.